Okay, so there's just one more detail that I want to mention about Kay or Kate's death. And it's a part that you could sort of easily misinterpret or overlook when you're reading it. But if you look at, the descriptions of her death on page 304, 305, um, he goes to the clearing after and um, he sees the men returning. They're covered with blood. One man has a saber, and they're all sort of joking and joshing with each other, very almost casually, in good spirits after they've, committed, atrocious acts of, depravity on this young woman. And then we have Hada reflecting on what the remains of her body. So page 305. Then they were all gone. I walked the rest of the way to the clearing. The air was cooler there, the treetops shading the falling sun. Mostly it was like any other place I had ever seen or ever been, yet I could not smell or hear or see as I did my medic's work. I could not feel my hands as they gathered, nor could I feel the weight of such remains. And I could not sense that other tiny elfin form I eventually discovered, miraculously whole. I could not see the figure, legs, and feet, the uttered, blessed digitation of the hands, nor could I see the face, the perfected cheek and brow, its pristine sleep still unbroken, undisturbed, and I could not know what I was doing or remember any part. So in that passage, we have not just evidence of Hada, he's doing the work, he's doing the gestures, the actions of a medic's work, but he's saying, I could not see, I could not hear. It was, he's repressing this whole episode from his mind as he goes about and gathers Kute's body. And it's a little detail, but, and it's sort of, I think it's also implying here that he finds the fetus as well. So if you remember, Kute has sort of denied being pregnant this whole time, but in this instance, it's evident that she was pregnant, and this tiny elfin form that he discovers miraculously whole is the infant that she had been carrying. And in her death, this unborn child, is also murdered in this scene. So very sort of gruesome, gory vision of the final moments of Kate's death. And Hada is, in the position of, collecting her remains. So this is sort of the memories that he has repressed, almost the defining moment for his character, because it's this moment which will continually haunt him into his, every year of his life after this moment. And we'll even see evidence that he's going to sort of repeat this scene or this instance with Sunny. So that will be an interesting sort of twist or repetition of how his sort of traumatic moment is played out. The patterns of his behavior are played out repeatedly with Kate and then with his adopted daughter Sunny. So for Hada, his behavior or his decision not to help Kute take her own life or to commit suicide or kill her seals her fate as the victim of this brutal misogynistic crime. So he, like the soldiers, while he didn't participate in her death, he was sort of participated indirectly, or as part of the military system, he sort of also holds some measure of guilt in participating in the sort of degradation of the comfort women at this camp. And it's a sad, tragic moment that will forever sort of haunt him. And becomes sort of a crucial part of his character as a trauma survivor. All right, so that is all I wanted to talk about for chapter 14.